Hello, scholars! We are back, and today we are answering the question to the mystery that I gave you. How, oh, how, oh, how can I separate my salt, my iron filings, and my sand back into its original three containers using my knowledge of mixers and solutions? And what tools would be necessary to do that? Well, today we're going to discover that. Yes, because remember, a mixture is two or more things that are put together. They maintain their physical properties and they can be easily separated. And today we're dealing with a special kind of mixture as well that we call a solution. And a solution is a special kind of mixture where one object dissolves in another. All right, here we go. I have my mixture and I have my tools. The very first tool that I'm going to consider using is the sieve. Okay? And what I want to know is I just want to know, are the holes in the sieve small enough to separate either the sand, the iron filings, or the salt? So I'm going to take my mixture, I'm going to stick it over the top of one of my pans, I'm going to pour it over the top, and I'm going to see what happens. All right. Now that we got it there, we'll do a shake, 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 shake. Unfortunately, I still have a container full of objects, so my sieve was not the right tool for this job. So I'm gonna discard the sieve. You did not work. All right. What other tools do we have left? We have our graduated cylinder. What's the purpose of a graduated cylinder? Well, this is used to measure out liquid. So, I'm going to hold on to this. In fact, I think I might use this water. So I'm going to hold on to these two and I'm going to stick them over there because graduated cylinder is a tool used to measure liquids and water is a liquid. So I might use the graduated cylinder to measure out some water for something else that we're going to use later. That's called a hint. Yes, we will use those later. But first, I'm thinking. What about this magnet? What do I know about magnets and the three items that we've used today? What do I know about magnets and sand? No, not really. What do I know about magnets and salt? No, not really. What do I know about magnets and iron filings? Iron is magnetic. So, if I remember correctly, I think that I can actually take my. Oh, this is really cool to watch. I want to see if y'all can see this. I'm going to shake it, shake it, shake it. See if we can get this on camera. I'm going to take my magnet and when I stick it on the bottom, watch what happens to my iron filings. I can find them off in there with the magnet. And then I can actually, let's see if I can palm it. I can take it and when I pour out, guess what is left behind? All of my iron filings. Did I do it? Was I able to separate one of the three items? Yes, we have. I have my iron filing in the bottom of the container, and yes, that looks amazing. I know it looks amazing. So we're gonna get, there's a little bit more sand there, so I'm gonna move this around and dump some more of that sand out. All right, so I've successfully removed my iron filings. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do that one more time just to verify that I got them all out. That was a lot of them. Had a couple more in there. All right, I have successfully removed my iron filings from my sand, but I still have my sand and my sugar together. Now, what am I going to do next? I've got that. My magnet has been a phenomenal tool for that. Okay, what do I know about sand and what do I know about sugar? I'm about salt. I know that salt is soluble, but I know that sand is insoluble, meaning that it does not dissolve. Okay, so if sand does not dissolve and salt dissolves, then I should be able to measure out 50 milliliters of water. Let's check it out. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit more than 50. I might do, this is 25, so let's see. There's 25. Here's 50. There we go. I'm going to do 75. Let's see what happens with 75. All right, so I have 75 milliliters of water, and I'm going to take some of my sand and I'm going to stick it off in here, and my salt, And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my little finger and we're going to mix it all up. Why am I doing this? Why am I making sure that the water is able to touch every single part of this mixture? It's because I remembered and I understand that when salt comes in contact with water, it dissolves. So if the salt dissolves and the sugar does not dissolve, then I can actually separate the water and the salt from the sand just by using a good old-fashioned coffee filter. Yes. So I'm going to take that, we're going to shove that down a little bit, and watch what happens when I do this. Look at that. The water is coming through, and guess what's staying on the top? All of my little sand. We'll keep going with it. Small dripple, dripple, drop, drops. Dripple, dripple, drop, drop. Dripple, dripple, drop, drop, drop. All right. There we go. All right. So now, get that, 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 get that. If you look at the top, you're going to see that the sand is staying on the top, but the water is falling through the cracks. So the water is falling through the cracks. Yes, there's a little discoloration change, but the majority of the sand particles are actually staying on the top because the filter has filtered them out. So now I have my sand, I have my iron filings, but now I need my salt back. Where is my salt? Let's see if we can get all that in there. All right, I need my salt back. I told you I needed all 3 items back, and I've only got 2 out of my 3 items. So how am I gonna get my salt back? What do I know about water that can help me to get my salt back? What physical property do I know about salt that can help me to get my salt back? Why is the hot plate still sitting here? Why? Because we remember that water, whenever it reaches its boiling point, will evaporate. That means that it changes from a liquid into a gas. We also know that salt is dissolved in the water. So the question then becomes, if the water evaporates, what happens to my salt? Where does my salt go if the water evaporates? That's what we are going to find out. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you because I know that's going to take a moment to evaporate. Guess what happens? The water is going to evaporate and it's going to change from a liquid into a gas. And my salt will be left in the container, allowing us to fulfill our challenge to successfully reach the goal of separating our sand, separating our iron filings, and separating our salt back into their original containers. And it was all because we knew physical properties. Physical properties are so important. They help us to be able to do things that we would not be able to do if we did not understand them. It would have been improbable for me to be able to get these apart, taking them out one by one by one. It just would not have happened. But because of my scientific knowledge, because of your scientific knowledge, you were able to do it. If you did it in the wrong order, I want you to try it again. I want you to try it step by step the way that I did. But always remember, we do not use a hot plate unless we have an adult there to guide us through it. We don't do that. Just get to the part where you have the water and the salt and understand that you have done it. You have been successful. You made it happen. Scholars, have an absolutely wonderful day, and we will be back on more soon with more. I get those out of order sometimes. I know. I don't know why. It just happens. Have a great day.